Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your morning. Early afternoon. I am up, blowing off the cobwebs, so to speak, after a fantastic Boxing Day, Christmas, drinks, Newcastle win. Big win against Aston Villa, 3-0. It was the missus' birthday as well, so we celebrated the whole lot last night. Good fun. And off the back of some great performances against Leicester, Ipswich, Brentford. The eyes were on Newcastle. The eyes were on Eddie Howe, on the players. Can we go and do it against, an Aston Villa side who are no doubt a very good team, have some very talented players, have been a little bit up and down this season with the European football, but still a big challenge for us, and we sailed through it. The Duran red card was undoubtedly, a big part of that, but we scored within a minute and a half. We were already winning. We were already dominating. But really, the red card and saw it through to half time, and it kind of came out and went, how many are we going to go and get? And we could have got more. Jacob Murphy, the man of the hour, Alexander Isak, Gordon on the team sheet, Tonali running the midfield. Fantastic performance at a crucial time. We go straight into Manchester United next, which is like totally lost for days right now. Monday night, I think, heading into the new year. So big up to Newcastle. If you didn't see my match vlog yesterday, go and check it out. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so. The channel's getting really close to 50,000 subscribers. And as we head into the new year, as we head into the January window, there will undoubtedly be plenty of content. So do not miss out. And the big one coming out this morning, big eyes are on Paul Mitchell right now. Eddie Howe and the players seem to have got their act together. Heading into the second... are we still? We were, at the end of the game, 5th in the league, for all the doom and gloom that was around Newcastle, all of a sudden, up in the European spots, and we can't let it slip. We have to keep pushing. We don't have European Football Champions League this year. There's teams that are faltering around us. Man City can't buy a win. Chelsea losing yesterday. Manchester United losing yesterday. It's the pathway's kind of opening, or the sea's parting, and we need to just keep running down the middle and get it sorted. And a big part of that is how we go and what we do this January window. Big links, I should have started this with the video. The big links coming out today are that Newcastle are interested in the 20-year-old Lens centre-back, targeted by a host of teams. He was linked to, I think, Chelsea, Spurs, kind of a few months ago, and now reported by Marc Douglas at the Eye, Newcastle are after him as well. It is the man, Khusanov, the centre-back, as I say, Uzbekistan international, started his career over in Belarus before heading over to Lens, where he's been regarded as one of the top centre-backs in Europe right now, top young centre-backs in Europe right now. As I say, linked to plenty of other teams. Newcastle want him, as written by Marc Douglas, is a 20 million alternative to the centre-back Marc Guehi, who Newcastle were heavily linked with throughout all of the summer window. And, when it comes to Eddie Howe and when he gets his eye on a player, we saw it with Sven Botman, we saw it with Anthony Gordon. Could we see it with Marc Guehi again? It's a strange one, because there's no doubt Newcastle are keen to bring in players, and there's a bunch of positions. You could talk about goalkeeper. I talked about this one the other day. It's not the one that I want to talk about. We've got about 1 million goalies. Surely one of them is good enough. But when Nick Pope's injured, Dubravka's the man. And don't get me wrong, Dubravka's done all right. So maybe that's it. Maybe Dubravka does just stay. Maybe Dubravka doesn't leave this January window, despite the fact that his contract ends in the summer, despite the fact that he was basically on his way to Saudi Arabia for, a bit of cash. Probably pocket change in the grand scheme of Newcastle United these days, but still some money. We can't leave because the other goalies that we've got aren't standing up to form. So that's a situation. Then you've got the right wing. It's undeniable that Newcastle are keen on the likes of Bakayoko, or, as I think a lot of fans would like to see, Mbeumo. The trouble, however, is that Mbeumo will cost a lot of money this January window, and I think if that's a player we want, I can see it rolling over into the summer. And could you argue that with the form of Jacob Murphy, that Newcastle can afford to continue with what we're doing right now? Jacob Murphy, one of the top of the board for assists, I believe, this season, which is, you know, not bad going for a player that has had huge ups and downs in form, and that's it, really. I'm not going to sit here and say, get Murphy out, bring somebody else in, especially when he's playing the way he's playing. There's no need to rush him out the door. Brings a bit of something to the changing room, no doubt. Always happy to be here, all that good stuff, and he's playing well. You know, that's the main thing. But there is no competition in that position. You know, we could certainly do with more. If Murphy has a bad game, you're looking at Almiron again, another player I think will be heavily linked to leaving this window, possibly off to the MLS, possibly somewhere else. So then you've got goalkeeper, right wing, and then I think the next one's centre back. Sven Botman, set to be returning soon. Left-sided centre-back Sven Botman. I mean, him and Dan Burn is that side, I think, is spot on, really. No, I don't... Burn can get caught for pace, but generally speaking, I think Burn's done very well for us. And once again, I'm not rushing him out the door. But he is getting on it, but he's getting a bit older. I think he's 33 now. I think you look at Fabian Shaw, 32. You know, two very good centre-backs who are performing at an elite level for us. You know, but as soon as... God forbid, you know, touch wood, one of them, I was going to say injury, but I'm not even going to go down that road, just has a bad game. You know, just Shaw, because Shaw did have a dip in form of late. It seems as part of everybody in the team kind of pulling together. And if we could run this form from now till the end of the season, you know, then maybe we don't need to go out and splash tons and tons of cash this January. Not that I expect us to do so anyway. But all it takes is one bad game, two bad games, confidence is down again. And then what do? Do you just keep playing Murphy all season when he's not playing well? Do you just keep playing Shaw when he's not playing well? That's the thing. It's strength, it's depth, it's players on the bench, it's players to come on, it's players to compete. And don't get me wrong, I think we should be looking to try and, or at the very least, Eddie Howe said it himself. When you bring in players, it just gives that little bit. What was he called? He called the squad stale. You know, I think bringing in a player just gives it that little bit of oomph. Isak's looking around going, have we just signed, you know, one of the very, very promising young, up-and-coming centre-backs playing over in France? Oh, hey, wow. You know, that's good going. You know, I'm getting back to you. You know, the team are trying to push. We're trying to bring in something extra to help us along the way. So, yes. Good to see Khusanov. I mean, the guy's 20 years old. He's played, I think, close to 20 international games for Uzbekistan. Obviously not the leading country in the world of football, but still 20 international caps is experience. And as I say, there's a lot of clubs sniffing around him. Paul Mitchell has experience in kind of in France, was director of football over for Monaco when he was over there. So I think it's possibly a country that he has good ties, good links with in terms of scouting and people looking out for him. So 20 million, 20-year-old defender. Look at what we did with Lewis Hall. Brought him in very young, and he was arguably one of the most composed players for us on the pitch right now. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of that. So let me know your thoughts down below on Newcastle's transfer opportunities. I mean, discuss striker. You know, when Isak's flying, it's not a position you need to think of, but it's the same with Isak, Murphy, Shaw, Burn. When they're all firing, it's all roses, you know. But I do not want to just let us continue throughout the whole of January assuming everything's going to be fine, and then all of a sudden it's not, and we haven't brought in the backup. So thanks for watching as always. Hope you have enjoyed this walk and talk video. Hope you guys haven't all enjoyed your Christmas, your Boxing Day, and looking forward to Manchester United game very soon. Subscribe if you haven't already and you did enjoy this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.